Welcome to the Blue Book Podcast. Welcome to the Blue Book Podcast. Thanks for joining me here. This is the first episode of the podcast series, so episode 0. I cannot take myself seriously. This is just kind of a prelude or a preface to this series. I guess I get to know each other before we dive in. So I'll start a bit by sharing about the show and what brought me here. And it's probably a similar story to what brought you here. I'm gonna go off script now because I keep getting really frustrated with myself and I keep getting really caught up on the perfectionist, so I think I'm gonna just go entirely off script, so forget all of that, because if I don't just start, I think I literally will never start. And if I keep getting, oh my gosh, like the mistakes, and oh my gosh, because I am really embarrassed and scared and I'm shaking because this is the internet, and so I'm having a lot of thoughts and whatever. And I'm scared to be myself in front of whoever. I'm sure I'm not alone in that, okay? And I keep getting so caught up in the perfect whatever. Who cares? Forget all that. So basically, it's just a podcast, conversation, me, you, the listener. I'm gonna say a lot until I hear this, and then maybe the next ones will be better, and maybe my voice and all the sound will be better. Because I have no idea what I'm doing at all. I'm using an audio interface. I don't even know what that is. I know what it is, but it's really out of my scope. So, what really matters, I feel like this podcast is less about, like, me, while I am talking a lot about me and my experience in my life and whatever. I just want it to be what you take from it and what it shows you about yourself, rather than it just be me talking about myself and telling you about me. And I think that's just, I just really want to preface with that, because I just don't want to come off that way. But yeah, I feel like a lot of things in my life, I don't know why, I guess has led me to here, and I don't know what that means. But yeah, I feel like let's just be real and stop. Who cares if I say whatever. I'm gonna just talk, okay? Actually, this keeps playing in my head, but I saw this TikTok. Yes, TikTok. This girl, I couldn't fall asleep, and she, excuse me, she makes like ASMR videos, and I couldn't fall asleep, so I was looking at ASMR videos, yeah. And one of her, I forget exactly what the video was called or whatever, but she was like, who cares? It was something about being cringe. Like, who cares? Like, that's kind of what's stopping a lot of people from whatever it is. If it's putting it out there on the internet, if it's, I don't know, coming up to someone and saying, or talking to a stranger or whatever, because everyone is just scared of being cringe. And that's so true. Like, I feel like, who cares? Whatever. So I feel like that is something I keep playing in my head, because I am so scared of being cringe. And I hate that word too. Okay. Okay. So basically, I just feel really frustrated, and I feel like this is a good way for me to get out my frustration. And I've been really feeling frustrated towards the world, frustrated towards, not towards people as like as individuals, but just like the mindset, and some of it is towards myself too. But yeah, I am kind of like missing a lot. I feel like what I want this podcast to be like is what I feel like I have been missing, or I felt this deficit, and oh my god, like I want that experience again. Like I miss that kind of like the deep talk with someone, or just to like talk about ideas, and just I don't know, like being real again. And I feel like that's so absent in the world. It exists. It definitely exists, and I surround myself with that, or I try to. And yeah. But I feel like in the mainstream and the blah blah blah, there's just like there's no outlet for people. There is. Maybe there is. I don't know. And maybe this could be it too. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I just want people to find that again, to find themselves again, I guess. I don't even know if this is making sense. I'm trying my hardest. And I just want people to feel, I don't know, like, not like in like a therapist kind of way, like, oh, I hope you know, can find, like, I'm someone you can, talk to, whatever. Not like that, but it's just like, I don't know, someone that you can be yourself with and just like talk about whatever and like nothing and everything at the same time. So yeah, because I feel like I am getting really frustrated about the content that I consume, and like, well, who do I talk to, where do I go, like what, it's like, I feel like, yeah, a lot of frustration, I guess, because like most of the content that I come across and I find myself doing that with is just so meaningless, and it's just like, it just makes me want to go and buy things, and I do buy things because of it. And I feel like it's just so exhausting. I'm getting so frustrated with myself, and I don't know, I definitely don't, I'm trying not to beat myself up, and I feel like you shouldn't either. Like, don't. It's literally human. It's designed that way because it knows us. Like, yeah. But yeah, I kind of miss that. Like, I kind of miss having, I don't know, just like sitting down and being like, with people, instead of like sitting down, like going on my phone and like just trying to fill my brain with like, not saying that I do that now. I find myself doing that sometimes, yeah. But I do feel like that is what exists out there, and I'd rather, I don't know, I just want to sit down and talk with them. Okay, enough. Yeah, and I kind of just, yeah, I might freeze and like not know what I'm talking about. I might go on like a tangent. That's gonna happen a lot. But bottom line is, I think a lot, overthink all of the time. And it's definitely what has kept me from doing this, but it's also led me to doing this, whatever that means. And yeah, I just want to create. I feel like all kinds of wound up, and I just want to create, and I want to reach the right people. And another facet of this is I really love people, like so much, and I want people to just like be themselves and like find themselves. Like, that's like that is just amazing to me. It's like it's like seeing people be themselves and like, I don't know, be in themselves. Like, that is the coolest thing ever. And I miss that, and I'm gonna get emotional talking about that, because it's like that is the essence of my happiness. And I probably think too much about this, and I dream a lot about it, but like, I don't know, a happier world. And I'm not thinking that like I can do that, no, but if this finds someone and maybe makes them feel a little bit less alone, a little bit more like, hey, you should just be yourself, whatever that means, like whatever you're doing, be you in like most intense way. Like, you don't have to go out and do this too. Like, I'm just doing this because I want to talk to you, and I want you to do you, like, and like do it hard, that sounds so friggin' weird. And I'm doing this a lot. I don't know why. I talk with my hands, but this was something. Okay, because part of what led me here too is like I'm different parts of my life I've like started to like I'm chewing gum and I probably shouldn't be doing that. It's reminding me of that Britney Spears interview, or I think a few of them, I don't know, her chewing gum. And I'm also out of breath because I'm nervous. I'm talking fast. I'm moving a lot. Where was I? Oh yeah, different parts in my life where I started to like feel like myself again, whatever. And then like for whatever reason, there's different things in my life that kind of start to make me feel, to pull me away again from myself. And I'm starting to now really become aware of those things. And one, just whatever, let them be. And I'll always remember that I can come back to myself, like whatever that means, and however it happens is the way it happens. Like, I don't know, I do a lot of weird things, and I feel like I do those things, especially in solitude. Not like weird things, but like art, or like, I don't know. I cut my own hair consistently. I taught myself how to cut my own hair. I'd give myself highlights. I'm not saying anyone should do that at all, and I know hairstylists will probably, if this even reaches them, be like, what the fuck? Like, do not tell people to do that. I'm not. But I don't know, just like find whatever works and like do you in like the most intense way again. It really gets me going. Like that's life, you know. Oh, sorry, I'm again with this, frustrated. Stop. I will probably like kind of like talk to myself or something too a little bit, because I start to get frustrated myself, and I'll talk to myself to get myself out of that. I feel like I don't even feel sober right now. I feel like I'm like I am sober. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like there are different things in my, that was like a whole thing I just went on. I don't even know where it went. But back to what we were talking about. There are different things in my life that I've experienced it several times in my life, like feeling like myself just because. And I'm like, what is that? And then you realize, I'm feeling like myself, and that's like the best feeling ever. Like the best feeling ever. And then I don't know, life does its thing, and then you feel like all kinds of fucked up, and you're like, oh, I'm this, it's that, oh, whatever, depressed, anxious, all that stuff. Yeah, sorry, no, sorry, like, what am I sorry for? Okay, but yeah, I don't know, I kind of just missed that, and I witnessed people kind of, I don't know, forgetting, like, seeing them get all, like, lost and, like, forgetting that they could just be themselves and forget all the and it, oof, like, I'm not scratching my butt, just rubbing my back. Oof, why do I feel like I have to say that? Okay. But yeah, and I just want to connect with people, and I love people. Whoever you are, I love you, and yeah, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like called to do this, which it probably sounds so stupid and so weird. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts, and again, it's not because like I don't want to like push my thoughts at anyone. Like I don't want to tell anyone about my thoughts. If you don't want to know, I don't want to give it to you. But if you want to know, here you go. Yeah, I just want to connect with people. Like, it feels so good, and I feel like that is so, just, like, I don't know if, like, we are heading in a direction where that's, like, becoming more a thing, but I feel like, as far as I've witnessed, like, I'm tired of just, like, waiting for, like, that, like, you know, because it sounds so grim saying, like, we're at that place now, like, where people aren't connecting. And, like, maybe it's just me being hopeful, thinking that, like, oh, we're, like, it'll happen. Like, people are, I don't even know if this is making sense. I feel like it's not. The more I talk, the less sense, okay? But we're just gonna go for it. And yeah, I don't know. I just miss, like, color, and I miss, like, the flavor of life. And I feel like I see a lot of people, I don't know, like not in themselves, and like losing like the zest, you know, the zest. Yeah, and like forgetting like what they can do, and I'm not even like, I don't want to like motivate like that, but I don't know, just bring people back. Like, what are we doing with, like, in so many ways? I mean that in so many ways. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we focused on? Like, yeah. And I feel like I've always asked so many questions, and it has been like, oh my god, like, no, stop. I feel like I'm gonna go on a whole tangent with that, with talking about something completely off track. Let's get back. I think I'm explaining too much. I think I'm just explaining. I think you guys, whoever it is that's listening, I think you get it. That, yeah, I just want to connect and be real, I guess. And I miss having like I don't know if I've even ever had that. Like, I feel like I'm missing something that like maybe I've never even experienced, you know? Like, almost like I want to go back, but like to what? Like, I don't think I've had that where like there's community, or like people that you did connect with. I mean, like, I have friends, but that's not what I mean. But I don't know, like, I don't know. And I just feel like everyone's lost. That's what I feel. And I don't mean that in like a mean way either. And I'm not like, I also don't, I need to say this too, I don't want to come off as like I'm on a high horse by any means with anything that I talk about, because like, I am you, you are me, like, it's all good. Not like I know your experience, I don't. But yeah, I don't know. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Stop worrying, it's okay. I also think I'm forgetting how this is sounding, like, as if like, because I'm recording this, and I'm also recording, when I say recording this, I am recording this via camera, and also this is so like raw. Like, I feel like this isn't like good at all. whatever. And I'm also recording this with just the microphone. Like, I'm recording the video and the microphone, and I'm thinking about one at a time, not both at the same time. So like, what may be okay for the video may not be okay for the mic. Whatever that means. I'm gonna try to make sure that I do both. So yeah, I don't know, just like a place where we can have like talks, deep talks, shallow talks, whatever, and just like life, you know? And just like, okay. I guess not be afraid to be ourselves, and like, yeah, not care in a good way. Like, is there a bad way? I don't know. And learn from each other, learn from our experiences together. And again, I really hope that this is like making sense and flowing in a direction where people can actually understand what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm just like tired of a lot of stuff, and I'm sure that a lot of people are too. I'm tired of like nonsense. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Tired of, yeah, life. I don't know, but like, I also love life at the same time. And I guess maybe talking about it and like being like and just like, I don't know, excuse me, just, I don't know, experiencing it, and like also, and witnessing the experience, and also talking about the experience and creating from the experience. It's all just cool. What? Yeah, and I don't know how long I've been recording for, and this is probably not even like the least bit enjoyable to anybody. It is to me. It feels good. I don't know. And I'm flipping through these pages with nervousness. Put that aside. Yeah, and not be afraid to feel. That's another thing. Yes. I feel like people are like forgetting how to feel, or maybe they push themselves into not feeling. And I feel like for good reason, because I don't know, life will make you do that. But also forgetting that doing that also kind of, I guess, mutes like the other tones of life. Yeah, it can help you mute the bad stuff, but also for sure mute the good stuff. And I don't know, let's just like get back to feeling, period. I don't know, it's okay if it's bad, because without that you wouldn't be able to experience the good. Let's just do it together. I don't know, because it can be lonely. I feel like I've been lonely, I don't know, and not in a bad way. I feel like it's been good. But yeah, maybe me just talking about like the experience of life and blah 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 will get people to, I don't know, feel again, and maybe like, what is this? And maybe, I don't know, remember like that it's all good, everything's fine. What? I don't know, I'm talking in like circles because I feel like I want this so badly to make sense and to get it all out. But at the same time, I'm being careful. I feel like I'm omitting things, or even while trying to make sense, I'm in the process not making sense. I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, I just want to connect with people and help them in their journey, whatever that means. That gets me emotional. Yeah, because I think every single person is like just so beautiful in their own way and special, and I want people to really like own that, like own your experience, own everything that you have. And I'm sure there's other people that talk about this stuff too, I don't know. But yeah, and just like fuck the like perfectness and whatever, and let's just whatever, be real. Like I feel like that's the other part that I, with this type of content, like I feel like I wasn't really getting from, I guess, like searching through this kind of stuff that, I don't know, is of the same nature. It doesn't really feel very good when you're like, oh, this person, like, they're so much better than me, or like their life is so much more aesthetic, like, because my life is not like at all by any means. I feel like it kind of separates you from from the person you're watching. It doesn't really make you feel like you are them and they are you, and that you can learn from them. It's more like, again, like, doesn't feel so real. And yeah, I just, yeah. I don't know where this is going now, but I just hope that it reaches the right people, and I really hope that the things that I do share and that I do talk about and the way that I am and whatever, I just hope that it does something for you, and that it helps you maybe make you feel a little bit less lonely, whatever you need. Like, that's pretty much whatever it is. Like, take whatever you need, whatever you want, take it from this, and bring whatever you want too. Like, that's the coolest part. Exchange whatever, like, being silly, serious, funny, I don't know, all of it. Let's do all of it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And yeah, let's see, what else did I want to talk about, because I just went all over the place, and okay, I don't even think that a lot of this sounds very good in like just in the recording. I just whispered. Okay, so yes, we're being ourselves, right. Let's just be silly, and whatever. The negativity, get it all out, whatever. Okay, that was more like me talking to myself again just then, but yeah. Let's see what I had written. Because that was the unedited version. Let's see what the super edited version was. Yeah, I'll be sharing things about myself. My hopes are that, let's see, the contents of this podcast make you think, question, fall in love with life, and start to really put into action what you are meant to be. What you are meant to offer the world. Yes, that we live in, because personally I think we're living in some pretty mad times. True. And I don't think I'm alone in thinking that. Hopefully not, because if someone's listening, that would mean that that's true. I'm like checking myself now. At this point, this is what this is. We're gonna just go with it. Make sure I hit all the points. I'll probably hit them twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever. And okay. And therefore, I think it's imperative we start to remember, yes, who we are and what we are capable of as individuals. Yes. I'm tired of lies. True. I'm tired of deception. Yeah. Yes, everything is deceiving at this point in time. And I feel like, do I need to even explain that? I don't know. With all of the things that's put in front of us and around us. Just, so confusing. So confusing. Throw it out. Goodbye. I'm tired. Yes, I'm tired of deception. And more than anything, I'm tired of the suffering. Yes, that is actually what led me to, like, finding any sort of anything. Was that I feel like I became obsessed with, and not in like a bad way, obsessed with like suffering, if that makes sense, because I was personally suffering like a lot for a lot of reasons. Most of it obviously self-imposed. I feel like that is just the way suffering is. It's a choice, essentially. That's why they say that. And I was just so like, yeah, I became like really, yeah, enamored by my own suffering, and then seeing it in other people and whatever. And I feel like that broke down all of my confusion and led me to, like, I guess, deeper understanding, or just kind of kept me moving through, kept me in a direction. Yeah, I'm tired of the suffering at every level. And no, I do not think that my podcast is a cure, but I think we've been falsely led to believe that change, this is very true, to believe that change, for lack of a better word, will be seen through like a big movement led by activists and such. But I think the real work ought to be done in the shadows. Bane reference. Bane, if you didn't really hear that well. Damn it, now like Batman's in my head. Okay, Dark Knight. Okay, but yeah, I also wrote about that actually in my dental school personal statement. Yeah, that I felt like, I don't know, the work that I needed to do was because I wanted people to change, or like the world to be better, but not because I was like, you know, standing in front of like a bunch of people being like, let's do change, whatever. But rather, I don't know, whatever work I do, I wanted to talk to each individual person and be like, and I don't know, like let them, whatever my interaction with them is, like I wanted them to feel whatever it is that they need to feel from it, so that they can, you know, take what they need from it and be better in their own ways, and I don't know, lift themselves up, you know, from whatever, I don't know if that even makes sense, like through each interaction that I have with whatever person, with whoever, in the work that I do. Obviously I'm in dental school, I just said that. So my goal, let's say for example dentistry, like each patient, it's not like necessarily only about the work that I do in their mouth, but it's like the interaction that I have with them, and that I hoped that, yeah, obviously, like let's say I see 10 patients and I in some way inspire them, not by like just telling them to, you know, certain things, but by them taking whatever it is from that experience and then letting that kind of flourish in their own life. And then, like, if those 10 people have that, I guess, a little bit of like, oh, I felt kindness from her. Let's say, I felt kindness from her. And then they can maybe give that to themselves, and maybe they can give it to their children. And then it just, like, spreads. And I feel like that's how real change happens. It's not me talking to 1,000 people. Well, I guess maybe it is. Maybe it will be. I don't know. No. Okay. Yeah, it's not about, like, I don't even know the word, how to, like, fully explain that. It's not by having, like, a control of the change. Like, it's not by activating or being, like, yeah, with, like, signs and being like, change. It's just, like, I don't know, the people gotta do it themselves, and I feel like, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I think it got explained. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, so let's continue with what I was saying there, so we can make sure I got everything. But I think the real work ought to be done in the shadows, yes, at the individual level. So I aim to discuss topics, experiences, thoughts, ideas, etc. This fly, sorry, got distracted. Because if you can't see me, there was a fly flying around the mic, and I was swatting it. Okay. So I aim to discuss topics, experiences, thoughts, ideas, etc. that bring us closer to who we are. I don't actually think we'll ever quite get there, but I think that's precisely the point. There is no end point. It's the way there. It's the way there. That is the point. I truly feel like I've witnessed so many things and so many people around me lose their meaning and their purpose, and that bothers me to my core. Yes, I think I kind of explained that. Because I've been there time and time again until something simply awakened in me and I said, I'm literally never going back. And I want all of my people to join me. But yes, that's the word I was looking for. A mirror. It's not like so much like my words and whatever and the things, right, with all these, back to the interaction thing. Like, yeah, just the person, like, it's not what I bring, it's what you take from it. Like, and I'm trying so hard to find the right words to explain that the best I can, but I feel like the more I try, okay, moving on. But yeah, I can't make anyone, maybe I'll explain it in the next few words. Let's see. But I can't make anyone do anything, obviously, but I think we can show each other how. That's good. As cheesy as it sounds, I think a lot of people have forgotten how bright their light is. It's definitely not their fault when there's so much darkness. I think it's easy for anyone to get a little bit lost. True. So, oh yeah, and this too. I think young people, myself included, have been led to believe in consumerism, partying, sex, drinking, pretty much anything that'll certainly help someone lose themselves. Alright. Oh yes, and so let's talk about the name of the podcast. So I called it The Blue Book. I was going like back and forth between one other one and this. I think we're gonna stick with this. If you know anything about Dr. Carl Jung, cool. If not, you should. Not like you should, but like, I invite you to definitely, I don't know, discover that. It's really awesome work. Like, who am I? Oh my god, like, who am I to judge that? I don't know. But there's a book called The Red Book, and I've been reading it, and I feel like it is good. What's it called? It goes well with what I guess the purpose of this podcast is, and what it does, and what it aims to do. The book, in parallel, Yes. Also read the book because it's good. And yeah, blue. Why? Okay, so the color that I chose, like, for some reason, I decided it was important. But yeah, a long time ago, no, in middle school, I'm not that old. In middle school, this is when I started, like, discovering art, I guess. So I guess, like, things, it relates to everything creative. Anything I do that's creative, and I think everyone is. My belief, sorry. Even if you don't feel like you are, I think you are. Yeah, so anything that I do, it's, like, creative, blah, blah, blah. It's somehow always, like, I feel like this color somehow gets incorporated because it was there at the start of me discovering that, wait a sec, like, I can create stuff and that's cool. Maybe I'm, like, not that bad at it. Maybe because, like, you can't be bad at it. Not me, everyone. And, yeah, one of the first things that, like, I made, I, like, mixed some colors, blue and purpley, whatever, and that color came out and I was like, damn, that color is amazing. Like, that color is everything. Beautiful. And so somehow, yeah, I just love it. I think it's electric blue is, like, the term that like, if I wanted to find that color and, like, show someone that color, I would type into Google electric blue and be like, this is the color. Cool, huh? So yeah, I wanted to make that there because it inspires me, it makes me feel like me, it makes me feel like a little bit of me was here, and I hope you enjoy it. So, me. No, I'm sorry. Yes, okay. I'm just looking at my plan that I had right now. But yeah, so this is just episode 0, and that was my best go at it. My best go at trying to explain to you who I am. Not all of it, but just at least enough to kind of get this thing going. Because if I don't just get it going, it will never go. So I hope you stick around, and I hope that you take from this whatever the heck you need. And all right, till next time.